Hello students, we shall begin with the new chapter. The name of the chapter is Nayakas, Palegaras and Nada Prabhus. Now today we are going to study this lesson number 4. In this lesson we are going to study about Nayakas of Keladi who have ruled in between 1499 to 1763 CE. Among that we are going to study about Nayakas or Palegaras, that is who are Nayakas and Palegaras. Hiriya Venkatappa Nayaka, who has ruled from the year 1882 CE to 1629 CE. And then we are going to study about Shivappa Nayaka, who has ruled from 1645 to 1660 CE. And later the Sistu of Shivappa Nayaka. What we mean by the Sistu system or done by Shivappa Nayaka, we are going to study that. And Queen Chennammaji means how she has contributed, we are going to study that. Later we are going to study about the Nayakas of Chitragudurga. Among that who we are going to study about Rajveer Madakari Nayaka, who has ruled from 1754 CE to 1779 CE. Let us look over them one by one. Before that, we shall know the introduction of this lesson, that is what all we are going to study in this lesson. After the fall of Vijayanagara Empire, Karnataka came under 3 administrative rulings. See, once the Vijayanagara Empire fallen down, what actually came? 3 administrative rulings came in Karnataka. They were Vijayapur, that is nothing but Bijapur, Keladi and Mysore. These were the 3 administratives ruling in Karnataka. After the decline of Vijayapur, Mughals and Marathas ruled many regions of Karnataka. See, after the decline of Vijayapur, who all ruled Karnataka? Vijayapur, that is Mughals and Marathas, they both, Mughals and Marathas, they ruled many of the regions of Karnataka. Even with presence of these rulers, Keladi and Mysuru states protected themselves well from them and continued the traditions and practices of Vijayanagara Empire. See, even during the rules of Mughals and Marathas, these Keladis and Mysuru, they protected themselves and they continued the traditions followed by Vijayapur Empire, and they continued the practices followed by the Vijayapur Empire. With these, Palepattus grew in Chitradurga, Surapur and Yelahanka. See, with these rulings of Keladi and Mysuru, Palepattus increased in which region? They increased in Chitradurga, Surapur and Yelahanka. Yelahanka is nothing but we found that in Bengaluru. In this lesson, we will learn about Nayakas of Keladi. In this lesson, we are going to learn about whom all? About Nayakas of Keladi, Chitradurga, Surapur and Nada Prabhus of Yelahanka, and also their achievements. Let us look over them one by one. Among that, what is the first one given? It is Nayakas of Keladi who have ruled from 1499 to 1763 CE. Let us first study about Nayakas or Palegaras. Under the control of Vijayanagara Empire, there were many small kings. See, when Vijayanagara Empire when the ruling of Vijayanagara Empire was going on, what had happened? There were many small kings ruling their own particular areas. Under this rule of Vijayanagara, what had happened? There were many small kings. They are called Nayakas or Palegaras. See, these small kings. Then who are these Nayakas or Palegaras? These small kings, they are called as what? They are called as Nayakas or Palegaras. The places which were ruled by these chiefs are called Palepattus. See, those places which were ruled by Palegaras, they are called as what? Palepattus. The small kingdoms which they were ruling, that is where these Nayakas or Palegaras were ruling, the places or those small kingdoms are called as what? They are called as Palepattus. Among these chiefs, Nayakas of Keladi and Nayakas of Chitradurga are famous. Among those many chiefs, among those many Palegaras who were famous, Nayakas of Keladi and Nayakas of Chitradurga are famous. Keladi was founded in 1499 CE during the Vijayanagara period and later became independent. See what actually happened? Keladi, it was founded at what time? In 1499. During what period? During Vijayanagara period, and later it became independent. The leaders of Keladi were ruling the coastal and Malanadu regions of Karnataka. See, where were these leaders of Keladi ruling? They were ruling in the coastal and Malanadu regions of Karnataka. The Keladi province was large and prosperous. Keladi consisted of, see, this Keladi provision, it was very large and it was very prosperous, very happy. What were the places? Keladi consists of which all places? It consists of Shimoga, Dakshin Kannada, Udupi, Kasaragod, that is Kerala, Kodagu, Hassan, Tumkur, Chitradurga, Dharwad and Uttar Kannada areas. See, this was a large province these Keladi leaders have ruled. Hiriya Venkatappa Nayaka. Now we are going to study about Hiriya Venkatappa Nayaka, who was ruled from 1582 to 1629 CE. Venkatappa Nayaka is popular among the kings of Keladi. See, among the so many kings of Keladi rulers, who is famous? Venkatappa Nayaka. He is popular. In his period, the Keladi kingdom attained complete freedom. What happened? During his period, this Keladi kingdom, it has attained complete freedom. He took out a military expedition till river Chandragiri in the coastal region. See, he expanded his military expedition. He expanded it through military war up to what places? Till river Chandragiri in the coastal region. With the help of Queen Abbakka Devi, he defeated the Portuguese in Mangaluru. See, he took help of Abbakka Devi and he defeated the Portuguese of which place? Of Mangaluru. He defeated Adil Shahi forces of Vijaypur and established victory pillar in Hangal. See, Hiriya Venkatappa Nayaka, what he did? He defeated Adil Shahi forces of Vijaypur and also established, what he established there? He established victory pillar in Hangal. He encouraged all religions. He had an open heart towards all the religion. He was not only restricted to a particular region, but he was encouraging all religions. Next, we are going to study about Shivappa Nayaka, who was ruled from 1645 to 1660 CE. Shivappa Nayaka was a famous Keladi king. See, Shivappa Nayaka, even he was a famous Keladi king. He occupied the coastal forts of the Portuguese and got the title Padugadala Odeya. See, what he did actually is he occupied the coastal forts of the Portuguese. Once he occupied these coastal forts of the Portuguese, he was named what? He was given a title. The title was Padugadala Odeya. That was the title given for Shivappa Nayaka. He built strong forts in Mangaluru, Bekal and Chandragiri for the security of the kingdom. See what he did actually? He started building strong forts. In which place? In Mangaluru. For what reason? He started building strong forts in which all places? In Mangaluru, Bekal and Chandragiri, that is in Kerala. For what reason he has built those strong forts? For the security of the kingdom. Shivappa Nayaka was a pious man. See, what kind of a man was Shivappa Nayaka? Pious. Pious in the sense religious, involving himself in the religious works. He was also a religious man. Shivappa Nayaka was a pious man. It just means that Shivappa Nayaka was a religious man. He encouraged the traders of Goa to settle in his state for development of trade. See, Shivappa Nayaka, what actually he did? He encouraged those who came from Goa for the purpose of trade. He encouraged them to settle down in his area for the development of what reason? For the development of trade. The Christians of Goa were experts in agriculture and he encouraged them to migrate to his state and provided land and other contributions. See, actually what happened as those Christians coming from Goa, they were like what they can say, they were experts in the field of agriculture, and that is why what Shivappa Nayaka did is he encouraged, he allowed people to come from Goa, gave them the land for agriculture and also other equipments for the sake of agriculture. He made a strict rule that Christian priest should be a local person. See, he of course allowed Christian to come from Goa and gave a land for the purpose of agriculture. But what was his strict rule? His strict rule was if the Christian priest should be from his state only. The Christian priest should be from his place, that is a local person only. Now next we are going to look about the Sistu of Shivappa Nayaka. The revenue system started by Shivappa Nayaka was called as Sistu. See, the revenue system in the sense what? Taking anything in the form of money, that might be tax we can say, but here that in the form of tax land was taken, that is revenue system was started by whom? That was started by Shivappa Nayaka, and that revenue system is called as what? That revenue system is called as Sistu. As per this, the fixation of land revenue was based on the fertility of the land. On what basis people were supposed to give the land revenue? On the basis of the fertility of the land, how well the land is fertilized and how good the crops they are going to get. Depending on that, land revenue was set up. About 1/3 of the production was collected as land revenue. See, whatever the yield or whatever the production they used to get, among the entire thing, 1/3 of the part was supposed to be given as land revenue. This systematic revenue system was called Sistu of Shivappa Nayaka. See, as Shivappa Nayaka, he started this revenue system. This systematic revenue system called Sistu, that is what people called as Sistu of Shivappa Nayaka. Why it is called as Sistu of Shivappa Nayaka? He was the one to begin the land revenue. Whatever the fertility of land was there, depending upon the production, 1/3 of the production was supposed to be given as the land revenue. This systematic land revenue, that is called as Sistu of Shivappa Nayaka. The Sistu system helped to the development of Malenadu. See, when this Sistu system was adopted, this helped in for what purpose? This helped in the development of Malenadu regions. That is why it is called as the Sistu of Shivappa Nayaka. Now next comes about Queen Chennammaji. Who was she actually? Queen Chennammaji, the daughter-in-law of Shivappa Nayaka, took over power after him. See, Queen Chennammaji, she is actually the daughter-in-law of whom? Daughter-in-law of Shivappa Nayaka. After the rule of Shivappa Nayaka, she took the power, that is Queen Chennammaji, she took the power after Shivappa Nayaka. She repelled the Mughal army and gave protection to Chhatrapati Rajaram, the son of Shivaji. See, Queen Chennammaji, she was against the Mughal army. She attacked the Mughal army in support of whom? In support of or in the protection of Chhatrapati Rajaram. Now who is this Chhatrapati Rajaram? Chhatrapati Rajaram, he is the son of Shivaji. For his protection, Rani Chennammaji, she attacked whom? She attacked this Mughal army. Chennamma, the symbol of valor and sacrifice of Karnataka, fought war even with the Mysuru army. Chennamma, see what kind of symbol she is, what she signifies actually, the symbol of valor and sacrifice to Karnataka, means she is a symbol of bravery. The way she showed her bravery in the battlefield, it is a symbol of she, that is Chennamma, she is a symbol of bravery in the battle, and also she is a symbol of sacrifice of Karnataka. And even she fought against whom? She fought with Mysuru army. The Keladi kings built temples, Agraharas and Veerashaiva mutts. See, Keladi kings, what all they have built? They have built temples, they built Agraharas and Veerashaiva mutts. These have been built by the Keladi rulers. The Aghoreshwara temple in Ikkeri is famous for sculpture. See, one of the temple in a place called Ikkeri, why it is famous? It is famous for sculpture. What temple it is? It is Aghoreshwar temple in Ikkeri. It is famous for sculpture. The mutts were the centers of boarding and education. The mutts which were being constructed by these Keladi kings, they were the what? Centers of boarding. Boarding in the sense food and accommodation was given, and also the education was being given there. They were allowed to stay there. They contributed generously to all the religions. See, they, the Keladi rulers or Keladi kings, what actually they did, they contributed generously to all the religions. They did not only support one particular religion, but what happened is they were generous towards all the people of all the religions. They did not follow this caste system. Chennammaji gifted land for a Christian church in Mangaluru. What happened? Chennammaji, she has gifted a land for what purpose? See, by this we can see how generous they were towards the all religions. They gifted a land for Christian church in Mangaluru. On account of continuous wars with Mysuru and internal wars, the Keladi kingdom became weak. See, there was continuous war going on between the Mysuru and also internal wars, means among the Keladi kingdom only, among the kings of the Keladi kingdom only, there were continuous wars going on. Apart from that, continuous wars were going with the Mysuru also. That is why what happened? This Keladi kingdom, it became weak. Later, Hyder Ali occupied the Keladi kingdom. At the end, who occupied the Keladi kingdom? Hyder Ali, he occupied that Keladi kingdom. See, they have given some chronological orders in C. What they have given? The period of Keladi rule from 1499 to 1763 CE. Again, Hiriya Venkatappa Nayaka from 1586 to 1629 CE. Shivappa Nayaka from 1645 to 1660 CE. Queen Chennammaji, that is from 1671 to 1696 CE. Occupation of Keladi by Hyder Ali. When did Hyder Ali occupy this Keladi kingdom? Down in the 1763 CE. This is the chronological order of events happened during this Nayakas of Keladi. Now, let us study about the Nayakas of Chitradurga. About whom? The Nayakas of Chitradurga. The Nayakas of Chitradurga have prominent place in the Karnataka history. See, whenever we are going to study the history of Karnataka, there is also a prominent place for which Nayakas? The Nayakas of this Chitradurga. They also have played a very important role in or a prominent role in the Karnataka history. They ruled as chieftains from 16th to 18th century. Ruled as chieftains in the sense what? They have ruled as leaders, or they were the ruler of the people in the which century? From 16th to 18th century. They were the chieftains. 13 chieftains ruled this province for about 211 years. See, how many years? It is not a small year. They have ruled for 211 years. How many chieftains were there? There were 13 chieftains altogether. They have ruled for 211 years. Mati Timmanna Nayaka, he has ruled from 1568 to 1589 CE. He was the first king of this Palepattu. See what happened? Mati Timmanna Nayaka, he was the first king of this Palepattu. Next, Kasturi Rangappa Nayaka 1. He ruled from 1603 to 1652 CE. Kasturi Chikkanna Nayaka, see, for Kasturi Chikkanna Nayaka, when did he rule? From 1675 to 1686 CE. Bichugatti Bharamanna Nayaka, he has ruled from 1681 to 1721. Hiramadakari Nayaka 1721 to 1749 are the famous kings. See, among these 13 chieftains, they have named a few. That is, Mati Timmanna Nayaka, who was the first king of Palepattu. Then Kasturi Rangappa Nayaka, Kasturi Chikkanna Nayaka, Bichugatti Bharamanna Nayaka, Hiramadakari Nayaka. Among those 13, these 5 are the famous kings. Now, let us study about Rajveer Madakari Nayaka, who has ruled from 1754 to 1779 CE. Who is he? Actually, what had done? Now, let us study that. He is the most powerful and popular among the Nayakas of Chitradurga. See what happened? Rajveer Madakari Nayaka, he is the most popular and most powerful among all the Nayakas of this Chitradurga. He ascended the throne at the age of 12 years. See, being the most powerful and the most popular, at what age he has climbed the throne? At the very early age, that is at the age of 12 years, Rajveer Madakari Nayaka, he has been climbed into the throne. He became the king at the age of 12 years. He helped Hyder Ali several times during wars. See what happened actually? Even in spite of being at the age of 12 years, what he has done, he has helped Hyder Ali many a times during the situation of wars. But Hyder Ali became jealous of the valor of Madakari Nayaka. See, actually what had happened? Rajveer Madakari Nayaka, he has helped Hyder Ali so many times during war. But in spite of that, what happened actually is Hyder Ali, he was jealous of the valor of Madakari Nayaka. Valor of Madakari Nayaka in the sense what? Hyder Ali was jealous about the bravery of Madakari Nayaka. The bravery he showed during the war and all, that is Rajveer Madakari Nayaka. That is why, because of his bravery, Hyder Ali was jealous of him. In order to suppress him, Hyder Ali beside the seven ringed fort for Chitradurga. See what happened actually is, in order to suppress, in the jealousy, in order to suppress Madakari Nayaka, what he did, Hyder Ali surrendered with seven armed forces beside the seven ringed fort of Chitradurga. Means he was surrounding with the armed forces. But what actually happened is, it was an impossible task to occupy such an invincible fort. But as a result, in spite of having so much surrendered with the armed force, it was impossible for Hyder Ali to occupy that powerful fort. The soldiers of Hyder Ali tried to enter the fort after knowing the secret entrance in the absence of the watchman. See, the soldiers of Hyder Ali, what they did, they came to know about the secret entrance and they tried to enter into the fort in the absence of whom? In the absence of the watchman. At that time, Obawa, the wife of a watchman, killed the enemies with her wooden pestle. We all know the story about Vanake Obawa, right? When the soldiers of Hyder Ali, they were entering into a secret entrance, Vanake Obawa, she took her Vanake and started hitting all the soldiers of Hyder Ali and she let them dead. We know this entire story, right? The same way, in the absence of watchman, that is the same story about this happened. When the watchman was not there, the soldiers of Hyder Ali, they were trying to go into the fort from that secret entrance. That was seen by the wife of watchman. Who is she? Vanake Obawa. She killed all those soldiers. That secret passage is present in the fort of Chitradurga and called Obavanakindi. See, till today we find that secret entrance in the fort of Chitradurga. And what that entrance is called? That entrance is called as Obavanakindi. Hyder Ali, who was not prepared to accept defeat, beside the fort once again. See, actually what happened? Hyder Ali, he was not accepting his defeat. In spite of getting failed repeatedly, he was not accepting his defeat. Once again what he did? Once again he surrounded the fort. Madakari Nayaka was defeated in the first war. At that time, when Hyder Ali again surrounded the forts, Madakari Nayaka, he was defeated in this aggressive war. First war in the sense what? In the aggressive war, Madakari Nayaka was defeated. The dynastic rule of chieftains of Chitradurga province ended with the rule of Madakari Nayaka. See, this nice good dynastic rule of chieftains of Chitradurga, the leaders of Chitradurga, when did it end? It was ended with the rule of Madakari Nayaka. As soon as he died, the end of this was an end. Chitradurga is an attractive hill fort consisting of 7 encircled forts. See, Chitradurga, what kind of place it is? Attractive hill fort consisting of how many circled forts? It consists of 7 encircled forts. There are several temples and tanks inside it. Inside the fort, we are going to find many temples and tanks. The Nayakas of Chitradurga built several temples. See, the Nayakas of Chitradurga, what they have done, they have built many temples. The Brahmasagara and Bhima Samudra tanks are their contributions. See, the Nayakas of Chitradurga, what all they have contributed yet, not only the temples but the tanks. Which are those tanks? Brahmasagara and Bhima Samudra tanks, they are the contributions. The Nayakas of Chitradurga are known for their bravery and valor. See, the Nayakas of Chitradurga, what are they known for? They are known for their bravery and their way of fighting in the battlefield without any fear. They are well known for their bravery and valor. So that is what we studied about Rajveer Madhukari Nayaka. Now let us know the chronological order of these kings. What it is? Mati Timmanda Nayaka. He has ruled from 1568 to 1589 CE, and then comes Bichugatti Bharamanda Nayaka, who has ruled from 1689 to 1721 CE, and again comes Hiramadakari Nayaka, who has ruled from 1721 to 1749 CE. Then comes Rajveer Madhukari Nayaka, who has ruled from 1754 to 1779 CE. So students, what we have learned in this session? We learned about Nayakas of Keladi, who have ruled from 1499 to 1763. That is, we studied about Nayakas and Palekaras. Who are those Nayakas and Palekaras? Next, during that Nayakas of Keladi ruler, what happened is there were Nayakas who kings of small kings were there. They were called as Nayakas or Palekaras. The place they ruled, that was called as what? Palekattus. We learned about Nayakas and Palekaras. And then we studied about whom? We studied about Hiriya Venkatappa Nayaka, who has ruled from 1582 to 1629. We learned in his period that he has expanded up to what Keladi kingdom he expanded up to river Chandragiri in the coastal region, and also Queen Appaka has helped him to defeat the Portuguese in Mangaluru. Then after that we studied about Shivappa Nayaka. Shivappa Nayaka, what has happened? He occupied the coastal ports of Portuguese, and that is why he was given a title. What was the title given to him? The title was Padugadala Odaya. That was the title given to him. After that, we came to know that Shivappa Nayaka was a pious man. Pious man in the sense what I said? Because Shivappa Nayaka was a religious man. Apart from that, he has also encouraged traders of Goa. For what reason? For the development of trade. And also he allowed Christians of Goa to come and settle in his place, gave the land for agriculture and also the necessary equipments. Why he has done that? Because they were good in the field of agriculture. Then also he started a land review called as Sistu of Shivappa Nayaka, because depending on the fertility of land, the people were supposed to give the land revenue. This disciplined system is called as Sistu of Shivappa Nayaka. Then we studied about Queen Chennammaji, who is the daughter-in-law of Shivappa Nayaka. She is a symbol of what? She is a symbol of bravery and sacrifice. And we came about to know that Keladi kings, they have built many temples, agraharas and Veerashaiva mutts. Means those mutts where the people were allowed to get food and accommodation and also the education. They, see, Chennammaji, what she has done, she has gifted a land for Christians for the church in Mangaluru. These people, they were generous to all the religions, and the Keladi kings came to end by whom? When Hyder Ali had occupied this Keladi kingdom. And then we studied about the Nayakas of Chitradurga. There were totally 13 chieftains. Among them, 5 were famous. Who were those 5 famous kings? They were, in total they have ruled for 211 years. Among that, 5 famous kings were Mati Timmanda Nayaka, and then Kasturi Rangappa Nayaka, Kasturi Chikkanda Nayaka, Bichugatti Bharamanda Nayaka, and Hiramadakari Madakari Nayaka. These are the 5 famous kings of the Nayakas of Chitradurga. After that, we studied about Rajveer Madakari Nayaka, who was thrown at the age of 12 years. He has helped Hyder Ali many a times, but Hyder Ali was jealous of his bravery and he attacked twice on the fort, but he failed. And at the third time, what happened is, once they got to know the secret entrance of the Chitradurga fort, Hyder Ali's soldiers tried to enter there from there, but Obawa, who is the wife of watchman, killed those soldiers. But in spite of that, Hyder Ali once again surrendered the Chitradurga fort and defeated Rajveer Madakari Nayaka. Therefore, Chitradurga, it is an attractive hill fort with 7 encircled forts. There are defined several temples and tanks inside it. They have built many temples. Among that, the 2 famous tanks known as Brahmasagara and Bhimasamudra tanks are their contributions. The Nayakas of Chitradurga, they are known for their bravery and valor. This is all we have studied, a small glance which has studied in this session.